see how the car's going to react. Again, some of the worst air these guys have been seeing all weekend long. But I would say arguably some of the warmest track also, which could work in their favor in most cases. John Langer out there rolling through gears, it sounds like. Top end here for the Pontiac. Gonna be a 769.6, 180 on the mile per hour. Good lap there for Langer, 860 with an 8. Good pickup there for Shane. He'll move into the number 28 spot as they currently run.
Picked up 3 seconds at Shane.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with 28, but you know what? I'm more comfortable than I was coming in.
You got what you got at this point.
Yeah.
Así mismo, oye, de 30 con ese tiempazo que estaba perdido, haciendo 8.60 y de 30 lo que coge son 2 posiciones nada más a la posición número 28.
Next pair could be Bad Brad Scher on the left lane, the small block Ford Mustang out of Florida, sits number 6 in the field. I think he's good. Philip Paredes right side here. The Chrysler 300 out of Quebec, sitting number 26 right now, 840 with a 9. Now, Scher has been able to get down on the main hit. The hit before that was just about a little over half-track hit. Liked how it felt, got her down the racetrack on the next one. Paredes. A little bit of inconsistency here from the Chrysler. The first hit didn't go very well. The main hit right now is the one that's got at the 26th spot, and I'm sure he would love to put a 7 on the board to solidify into the field. Okay at 26, don't know if I'm comfortable though.
Oh, there we go. There goes the Dodge, or the Chrysler. There goes the Mustang, top of the racetrack. How about an 807 to an 818? Bad Brad at state number 6. But how about Phillip goes to number 21 on the qualifying order. A big improvement when he needed it.
I'd put that into what the doctor ordered type of deal. You know, tune-up went good, got down the racetrack, picked up some numbers. I'm sure he's going to be happy here. Next pair, light the hides there. The Camaro's going to be Rob Ingles. 69 Chevrolet, 582 under the hood here for the man out of Massachusetts. 14th in the field with a 777.9 at 174. Aaron Lopez in the right lane. The Civic out of Texas. The KTM Performance Entry, sitting number 10 right now in the field. I think both these cars are solidly in the field. I wouldn't have any worries at this point. Again, Dana going into eliminations at this point for these drivers.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a different approach? If you're solidly in the field, do you have a different approach now as opposed to if you're one of those guys to the outside looking at you get a little more risk, take more chances if you're perhaps not in the field or close to possibly getting bumped out?
I mean, I'm trying to put the tune-up as close to what it's going to look like at race time at this point. Or, you know, do you take a swing and try to find a little bit more? I mean, those are the two options you've got. You're in the field, maybe try something, see if it works, but keep the baseline tune-up to the side just in case you need it for later.
So Dan if you do, Dan if you don't, in a sense. Well, here we go. There goes Rob Ingles. Top end getting proven at 777, 775, and he'll take it. 173, 781 for Aaron. No help. He'll stay number 10, and Rob going to stay 14, but he picked up a little bit.
But I think that's kind of what I was just talking about. I think, you know, the Camaro, they tried a little something, happened to work in their favor. I think Aaron kind of went a little bit more towards the race tune-up. So, you know, I think that was kind of a difference in tune-up opinions on that one, just kind of like what we were talking about up here, you know, and you can't be upset with it. So your next pair going to be coming up here. Sebastian Bourdais here from Canada, number 5 in the field, looking great out here. The nose still looks a little weird for me on this Charger, but dude, it works. I'm not going to say anything about it. It's a beautiful looking machine. You know, 4 doors of fun on that left lane Charger. Right side, Daniel Frisch, the 21 Supra, 26th in the field in that red car on the right side in Webster, New York. Ran an 8:38.1 for his best pass so far. 750s. 4-door car in the left lane. See if you find a little bit more or not. Clean launch for the Charger. Supra going to be the chase machine here. Top of the racetrack. 762 with an 8, 179, 830 with a 7. As the Supra finds a little bit more here, 168. But no improvement. We'll stay 26. Sebastian stays number 5.
As I mentioned earlier, we're already several seconds quicker than we were last year. Dave Duffield currently leading the pack at a 7:34 with a 5 here in Turbo Smart Limited Street. As real quick, it's got a message here. I want to say a happy birthday today to the folks down there in Section D to Annette Curtin and Toby Larone. Section D from England. The folks from Santa Pod. As Patrick Pelchat is on the bubble, that 1269 with a 1 out of Quebec, Canada. That's Wayne Willoughby on the right-hand side, number 23 to 825. So Wayne, a 25.
I'm okay. I think right now, the way things are looking, Patrick is the one I'm curious about what he's going to do here. He's got to swing a little bit.
One.
Looked lazy, but it seems to be working. Top end for Patrick, 861.7, 146. I mean, you're going to move up the leaderboard to number 29. But I think Patrick has just had so many issues this weekend. Just put a tune-up in it, get it down the racetrack. We'll see if it helps or not, and it does improve him. So I guess you've got that in the pocket at least to say. But I still don't know if I'm comfortable with 29, Fabian.
I need M Racing DCT to 5 and 6. DCT to 5 and 6.
Numbers 2 and 11 in the qualified field on deck right now. Lucas English in that left lane machine out of Washington State. He sits number 2 in the field right now with a 744. AJ Burge is in that right lane Ram Charger Security Dodge Challenger out of West Babylon, New York. Number 11 right now with a 770 with a 0 on the lone hit he's had in qualifying. So the Evo 8 looking strong so far. Everybody chasing out David Duffield, who ran a 34.5 in qualifying on the lone hit. Chowder looked pretty good.
It did look good. Top of the racetrack for AJ. How about a 751 at 183? 832 for Lucas English. He'll stay number 2, but a big improvement for AJ going all the way up to number 3.
I'd say the way that thing launched, that thing just hooked up and gone.
Sounded nice. As here comes Darren in a blaze of glory Barone, the winner back in 2023. We say blaze of glory because he was in the final against Samantha Moore. The brakes caught fire down there in the shutdown, and I kid you not, he's standing on top of the car celebrating while the EMTs, our fire rescue, is still putting the fire out down at the part of the racetrack.
And I'm not going to say that they also sprayed him down because he had the hot hand, but
yeah, he did. And Samantha, and I talked to Samantha more than that. She's still sitting in her car like, what the? And then she's like, ow. So Alex Duff left side. Curly 16, 780. So right now that will put Alex top half of the field with lane choice round 1 later today. I don't think lane choice is going to be all that important. We've seen amazing runs out of both sides of the racetrack. But here's Darren Barone, right side, trying to see if he can move back up to number 3. And Darren, 116 short, top end of the racetrack. Alex Duff, 807, no help. Going to stay number 16, 937 for Darren Barone. He was avid early. So they'll stay numbers 4 and 16.
your number 1 qualifier, David Duffield, popping up here, the 240 SX out of Landerburg, Pennsylvania. The only car in the 30 zone so far here in the Turbo Smart Limited Street category. Rich Ong in the right lane, the 93 Eagle Talon. Number 27 right now with 851. I'd expect the Talon to find a little bit more here. Only 142 on the mile per hour mark. I would expect a massive improvement here for Rich if this thing just gets down the racetrack. There, Gregory Racing NMFD race on board. David Duffield was Sleeper Tuning, Sunoco Race Fuel. Now's tires, Link ECU. Fast Fab Performance, Roche Racing Power to the hood with Import DPS, Garrett Motion, and the Northeast Body Shop helping out.
Oh, by the way, Mark Benson Jr. sent me a text. That is still the same 20-plus-year-old motor he's got in that car. So Duffield, do you think he can go a little quicker than a 34?
I think at this point, put the race tune up in it and see what she does. I think for Duffield.
Rich Ong would love to move up to the 27th spot, but a 118 short for David Duffield Top end of the racetrack. How low can he go? Well, he clicked it off, 783. And Rich Hong,
Clicked it off super
961.
early. Dumped the chute at the 8th mile. Still coasted down to a 783 at 129. No improvement for Ong, as Fabian just said. He'll stay in the number 27 spot.
all right, again, still need DCT to 5 and 6. Embrace DCT to 5 and 6. Let me get Mickey Thompson, Outlaw versus Extreme for your final qualifying session. Lanes 1 and 2, please. Mickey Thompson, Outlaw versus Extreme for your final qualifying session 1 and 2. Still need M Racing DCT to 5 and 6.
Viene categoría Aula versus Extreme. Vayan bajando. Última ronda de cualificación. Aula versus Extreme. Última ronda. Viene, chequeate esta carrerita. Supra, motor de BM. Ya tú sabes. Carril izquierdo, el M2. Lo que le gusta, yo soy el Racing, que está activo el M2 color blanco. Y ya tú sabes, con el mismo motor. Oye, saludando el Colo de Humacao. Dímelo, Colo, saludito.
So Noel Mitchell left side out of Richmond, Virginia. Currently 22nd, and Jesse Izaguirre, Lake Forest, Illinois, number 10, 767.
Número 10 por el carril derecho. Y óyeme, número 22 por el carril izquierdo. En el left lane tenemos a Noel Mitchell, Jesse Izaguirre por el derecho. Uy, un pequeño Willy para el BMW. Vamos a ver en qué posición se pone mientras el Supra lo lleva al frente, pasando con 7.72 a 179 millas. 8.28 a 166 para el BMW.
772 for Jesse Izaguirre, no help. 828 for Noel Mitchell, no help. They'll stay numbers 10 and 22 on the qualifying orders. Our next pair completing the burnouts. That's Chris Duckowitz at Uniontown, Pennsylvania, the 97 Ombre. And he's remembered by having one of the most interesting runs in the World Cup. As real quick, Chris Rankin is looking for a full spectrum battery, full spectrum power battery rep here on the property, or somebody that has a high-speed charger available, so they can make the next qualifier. So again, if you can help them out, they need a full spectrum power battery rep or a high-speed charger. If you can help Chris Rankin out, please let us know up here in race control.
Mike Candidate grinds out here on the Super. Chris Duckwood's left side in the Ombre. Clean launch for both drivers. Numbers 5 and 19 in the field right now. The Super keeping up with Duckwood. Should be an improvement here. Top end, 769. One improvement for Kainovic. 833.0 out of it early there for the pickup. As Kainovic will move up to the number 11 spot.
Óyeme, 769 es hoy en la posición número 11, mientras la Pickup Serie K se mantiene en la posición número 5. Con 7.56 en su paso anterior a 185 millas. Óyeme, la categoría Outlaw versus Extreme. Tienes tu último turno al bate. Ve bajándolo ahora. Tienes tu último try así para que entre. Si estás fuera del juego, te da break a entrar siempre y cuando lo hagas bien en este paso. Así que Outlaw versus Extreme, ve bajándolo. Que si no, Jimito, el inspector, te regaña. Saludos.
So Mike Chittenden left side here in that red Mazda RX-7 waiting patiently while they get a little something cleaned up there on the starting line. Brandon Scott sitting us right there, saw the Band-Aid on the driver's side door for the MR2 out of the Bronx. Right now they're sitting right in the middle of the pack. 18 and 19 of the field. This is a 32-car field. Bump spot right now is held by Wander Perez with the 1196 you see up on the board. Got a pair of cars still outside looking in. We'll see if they'll be able to make the hits or not. So Brandon Scott, Mike Chittenden into the pre-stage beams. Clean launch there for the RX-7. The MR2 doing a little move, but keep it under control. Top end here for Chittenden. Going to be a 748.8. Big improvement for Chittenden. 189. And Scott coasted down to a 969 with a 4. Mike Chittenden will rocket himself up to the number 4 spot. behind Duffield and English.
Oye, 7:48 para el Rookie 7 que sube a la posición número 3.
As the Baconator coming up left side here, Len Bacon in the RX-7. A little bit lower the ladder than I would expect with the number 25 spot, 827 with the 2, Carlos Sobrino. The fastest naturally aspirated Coyote-powered Mustang here on the right lane. Went 825 with the 8 for his best pass, and we're on the street as Sobrino's got a little bit more left in him. Playing pretty well out there. Top end here for the pair. Carlos, 835.6, 161, and a 788.9. Big improvement for the Baconator. Moves up to the number 20 spot. Sobrino 25th as the, I believe, final car here for the Turbo Sport Limited Street category. Monique Ambruosi, the Supra out of Australia, or the Supra, which is Norris Preonto owned. She is from Australia, to be very specific on that one.
The Supra's from Virginia.
Yes.
Ahí tenemos Girl Power en los controles del Supra por el carril izquierdo. Óyeme, el Racing Influencer, la australiana que está en los controles del carril izquierdo. Vamos a ver cómo le va. Está hasta el momento el número 17, Monique, con 7.79. Vamos a ver si Monique Ambrusi, óyeme, mejora ese tiempo de 7.79 y sube de la posición número 17, Monique.
So her first run was a 97 with a 6. Second run was a 7.79 with a 3. I wouldn't be too surprised if they sent her down with a 5 on the board here.
75.
That would put her up in the top 7 if so. I don't know. We'll see what kind of tune Norris has got in this machine.
Left good, 121 short for Monique. Top end of the quarter mile. How about a 766, 181 for Monique from the land down under.
And they are very happy with that pass on that one. That'll be good for the number 9 spot.
There you go.
I said top 7. I was off by 2.
Así mismito, oye, subió a la posición al número 9, Monique, mejorando con ese tiempo de 7.66.
As that will conclude the Turbo Sport Limited Street category final chance qualifier, David Duffield on top leaderboard here with Lucas English in the number 2 spot, Mike Jatennett, number 3, AJ Burge in the 4th spot, Darren Barone, Chris Duckwood, Sebastian Bordeaux, Brett Batshare in the number 8 spot. We just saw Monique go to the number 9 position here with the 766.0. John Langer in the number 10 spot, Kerry Eldstrom, Jesse Isguire, Mike Kinovic, Aaron Lopez, Norris Preonto, number 15 spot, Ray Fajezzo in the number 16 spot.
So look at that. We're looking at our numbers here. The fastest run there in Limited Street was Lucas English, 196. The next fastest run, or at least in the top 16, was nearly 6 miles an hour slower. But hey, I mean, that's why we qualify Monique T. So real quick, we need a final call for M Racing DCT to 5 and 6. Final call for M Racing DCT 5 and 6. Also, Mickey Thompson Outlaw versus Extreme. Need you to 1 and 2. Mickey Thompson Outlaw versus Extreme, lanes 1 and 2.
Así mismito, óyeme, los de la categoría nueva, la categoría DCT, Dual Clutch Transmission, óyeme, que son los carros exóticos, los que han venido en años anteriores, no han tenido la oportunidad de ver esta categoría que se estrena este año aquí en el evento Import versus Domestic, que es donde van a estar los Lamborghini, los Audi, todos esos carros exóticos. Además, mire, como uno dice, $200,000 en adelante, papá, y le meten como 100 más para ponerlos a correr. Así que cuando tú has visto un Lamborghini con paracaídas, con lisa, aquí los vas a ver a correr.